Hey, Opinionative Reviewer here, bring you guys a nice little utility review of iRepo. It's by Itay. I hope I said that right, and it's in the Big Boss Repo for $1.99. It was 99 cents for the first 3 days, but it's $1.99 now. I wanted to do a video on it when it first came out, but I didn't know how to get it to work, given the fact that I'm not really familiar with the internals of Cydia and about deb files and how you guys will see what I mean when I explain a tweak. So basically what this utility allows you to do is create and host your own repo right from your device. Now that may cause a little bit of limitation because you always have to have data for your repo to be up, and it always has to be enabled. So let's just go out and get familiar with it. So it's nothing new is added to your settings. It creates an icon on your springboard, so we're just going to go and launch it. And as you can see, we have a couple of things in here. You have it to enable and disable the repo, and you can see I have two packages, which is test packages I have there to test it with, and your Wi-Fi address of your iDevice and the web address also. So we're going to go over here, we're going to check out the packages that I have, and you have to place the packages inside this directory, private var mobile iRepo. So now I have two files. One is actually a deb file that I got from the developer to test it out, and this is actually a zip file that I renamed .deb to try to test it out, but that was not working. So it has to be a deb file. I don't know about Teams, but it has to be a deb file in order to work. So over here you have some configurations, and these are basically like the name of your repo, etc. So I have my repo as OpinionativeReviewer. I have it as the label as OR's phone. This is version 1 of my repo, and the code name is OR's repo. You can put whatever you want. You can fill these up with whatever you want. And I have, for description, I have just my personal repo. And down here is for port and password protection. So if you want to put a password so that not everyone can access your repo, you can do that as well. So that is already set up. So now we're going to go over here, and it has a couple of instructions in here. So it says to add your repo to other devices that are on the same Wi-Fi network, you have to put in the Wi-Fi address of your iDevice. So if you swipe down on SB settings, that Wi-Fi address, that's what you'll see in SB settings, and you can also check it inside the settings app. If you want to add the repo device that's not on the same network, then you have to add the web IP address, which is this one. Those are what you have to add to Cydia. So normally you would add like https:/repo_urs whatever .com or .us whatever. Now you would add the IP address instead of a name. So if you want to add the repo to your own device, you have to put in this IP address here, which is 127.0.0.1. For this part down here, it's telling you if you want to edit your repo from your PC or another device, you have to enter your IP port. I guess that's the port right there, which is 8080, which is configured inside the settings, and you can add and delete stuff from your repo. So let me just go over to iFile now and show you guys. I go out and I'm in var, just tab all the way back. So we're going to go in var, mobile, iRepo. And as you can see, here are the two files that I have. This is glass.deb. That's actually a zip file I renamed .deb to see if it would have worked. That's not going to work. And this is actually a deb file. So now we're going to go over to Cydia so we can add my repo so you guys can see exactly how it is. So we're going to tap on sources, and we're going to hit tab, add, and we're going to go ahead and add that same 127.0.0.1, and then we're going to go and hit add source, and it should add my repo that I configured directly from my device. So now you can see my repo is OpinionativeReviewer as I named it. We're going to tap on it, and you can see up to the top it says OR's iPhone, and this is the same deb file that I had over in it, which was test the test file, as I told you, the zip file that I renamed .deb, it doesn't work. So it has to be an actual deb file. I'm not too sure about themes, but I know it has to be an actual deb file. I'm guessing for themes that it have to be how a theme file is supposed to be compiled or whatever. I'm not familiar with that. And that's what I was telling you guys. I'm not familiar with the internals of Cydia with deb files and themes and all that stuff. So yeah, that's basically how it works. If I go now and I delete this from here, or I disable my repo, it's not gonna load. You can also reload your content if like you add more packages, you want to reload, but if I disable this, it's not gonna load. You always have to have a connection. So yeah, it always has to be enabled, and you always have to have data, and it has to be an actual deb file. So that's basically the utility there. If you always wanted to get your own repo or host your own repo directly from your device where you can control everything fast. I think there's also websites that create repos too, but I don't know about that. I'm just showing you guys this utility. It's in the Big Boss repo for $1.99. You can create and host your own repo from your iPhone. You don't have to leave your device, even your iPad or iPod Touch. But remember, you always have to have a Wi-Fi connection or data connection. With that being said, please rate, comment, subscribe. Have a nice day.